everyone. Can you hear me and see me? Looks like quite a few of you are waiting. That's always a good sign, isn't it? Okay, someone give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me okay and see me okay. Let's see who's here. So Terry said 2 hours seems like 12 to me and Sebastian. Ah, sweet Sebastian. Glenda says, oh, so excited. I was so sad earlier, thought I had missed it. So hello, Terry, Glenda, Deborah. Deborah, are you feeling any better this week? Danelle, hello, Lorraine, Chris. Oh, no, Deborah says, still recovering, can't shake this cough. I guess that answers my question. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, everyone, thank you for letting me know you can hear and see me. Let me see, Charlotte is here, and it's 79 and sunny in East Texas. It is actually 43 here in Maine. Feels like 30 something or other with wind chill, but we'll take it. Good morning or good afternoon, Vicky. Hi, Richard. Betty, Georgina, Adora, Mary, Ninian, Eleanor, Mary G, Gundy. Oh my goodness, good to see you. We haven't seen you for a while. April Back is here. Ruth Williams finally made it live. I'm glad you're here. There's Doris. Good afternoon to you. And Celeste. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if I missed anyone, I apologize. I know there's a lot of you out there. Hi, Pepsi Girl. And Gladys is here. Danelle says, Marie, my entire morning was off without your live stream. Well, aren't you sweet? Hi, Chris. My day's been, I don't even know how to say what my day is, so I'm not even going to go there. But I'm going to do the best with it that I am able to. Hi, Beverly. Richard says it's 52 in Rhode Island. Terry says it's nice to see me at a time when she's wide awake. Even if she's not wide awake, she's always on her toes. Hi, Judith. Hi, Julie. Oh, first time watching. You get the little chair happy dance. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Nancy. Janice. Okay, so this is the first What's Up Wednesday for the month of March. It is March 6, 2024. So first of all, I would like to welcome each of you to the live stream. Whether you're new here or you've been around a while, I'm glad that you're here. I also would like to thank my moderators. As I say, they help make this whole thing run. They really and truly do. Now, I don't know if Lisa Marie is going to make it, but before I forget, she said if she doesn't make it, she wanted me to say hello to all of you. She had a prior commitment and didn't think she would be able to make it here in time. Hi, Joy. Gundy says, since I'm up until morning, I can't get up too early. Ruth says, I love this time for the lives. And Celeste says, this time actually works better for me. It gives me a chance to get all my chores done. Well, we're going to do it every other week for a while. We're going to try this. I've had a lot of good feedback about this so far of people thinking that it's going to work well. So I understand it will probably be confusing at first because we're going to go every other week, 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m. But it will always, we'll just try it like that and see, because I want to give everyone a chance to make the live stream. Peggy's here. Good afternoon. Quilting with Helen. Hello to you. And Katie Crafts. Honor is on the road, but she is dropping in. Okay, it's so awesome to have you here. So, for anyone new, I want to clear it up. What is What's Up Wednesday? It's not a tutorial. You're not going to learn to sew anything today. It's definitely not that. It's just a chit chat. I might open Happy Mail. Yes, I did get some. And we chat about things that are upcoming or ongoing, and so that's what What's Up Wednesday is, as well as there are prizes to be given away. Nikki, well, hello. Good evening all, happy to be here, able to be here. Looking forward to today's video. 'Tis 14 degrees here in France. Happy scrappy sewing. Is this your first time here, Nikki? I don't remember your name. Pauline says, hi, I'm glad I found you today. There we go. I'm glad you found us too. Okay, so I thanked my mods. I would also like to thank Kimberly from My Fabric Addiction 1. Her link is below in the description box, as well as I will pin it in the comments. She sponsors our weekly fabric giveaway. And as anyone who has won knows, she gives a good weekly prize, and she gives it to one of my subscribers because she knows how awesome you guys are. And she also knows that so many of you support her shop. I appreciate that. The whole thing just kind of came about by me purchasing something from her and being very impressed with her shipping and her prices, and I passed that knowledge along to you guys. Now, speaking of Kimberly, we're going to go into the Happy Mail here in just a second, and I'm going to tell you something about Kimberly. Oh, Nikki says, yes, first time live. Then you get the silly little happy dance. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Sharon. She says, fabric, please. Well, sweetheart, you can't type it here. I know it's confusing, but there is a comment section below the video after it ends, and you have to use the word fabric there because I use an automatic comment chooser, and it can only choose from the comments below the video. So when this video is over with, you'll have a chance at winning fabric. Okay. So, first off, let's do the Happy Mail, okay? So, oh, Terry's got some happy dancing going in there in the chat with the little emojis. She's got some salsa dancers and some line dancers for those of you who can't see the live chat. Oh, and if you watch this on the replay, the live chat is not always available immediately. It can take up to 24 hours. Good afternoon, Donna. Glad you're here. Okay, so I'm going to do it in the order I received the Happy Mail. Now, I received a package from Lisa Marie, and she had a few things I had ordered, but she always sticks stuff in there that's just so darn cute. But the only thing I have to show you is the one thing that I haven't given away yet, and that is this little chick made out of fabric yo-yos. And it's just adorable. She does a great job. And in there was an envelope, and she always has little bits of things in there. And she wrote Happy Mail on this little, isn't that bear the cutest little thing you've ever seen? And there's always little note cards and little things that she gets. She always makes it seem so special. And she is just as sweet as pie, sweeter than pie. So thank you very much, Lisa Marie, for the package. I'm going to use the envelope you sent it in to draw this month's names. So here's your reminder. The first Wednesday of every month, I try to give you a reminder to clean the dust from your sewing machine. It needs it. It will thank you. It will run longer. And if you don't change your needle with projects or every few hours of sewing, some people do, and they're very good about it, and other people have to be reminded sometimes. No, I'm getting pretty good at it, but years ago I used to just leave that needle on there till it broke. So this is your reminder. If you've been doing some sewing, you really need to change your needle. Okay, let's see. Tara also put fabric here. Good morning to you. Again, it's not here. I know that's confusing to some. This is the live chat. It's not the comments section. Gundi says even longer than 24 hours for the live chat to come up. And that is true. It is absolutely true. And that's on YouTube. I don't have anything to do with that at all. Fran says hello from Elbridge, New York. Well, hello to you in Elbridge, New York. Ruth says, glad this is just chatting. I fell and bruised my tailbone, so I'm down and out for a few weeks. My sewing room is calling, but I can't go. I am so sorry, Ruth. I fell and broke my tailbone one time, and I know the tailbone is not anything you want to mess with. I'm so sorry, but you rest up and feel better so that you can get to your sewing room. Okay, so Lisa Marie sent me the first package. The second package is just something I had ordered, but it's still Happy Mail to me. These are my air erasable markers that I like. I buy them on Amazon. I've already linked them in the description box below, as well as I wrote my email address and Kimberly's shop, just in case, just in case. So I did get that because the ones I had, the air got to them all right. They were all dried up. Let's see. April's asked Terry if she has a channel. She sure does. And she's been foiling an old sewing machine and painting it. And I still have one video that I watched that I haven't commented on. But yes, please check her out. And she's dropping links. There's quite a few people in the chat who have their own channel, and there are so many people out there who would love for you to visit their channel. So check some of those out. Terry drops lots of links. And also, Lisa Marie, who made me this, she has a Facebook group. And I go to say the name of it, but I get confused because she's changed it. But I bet Terry will... She's my girl. She'll link it here in just a few minutes. We'll give her time. Okay. So the next thing was I got a box. Was it yesterday? I'm sorry. The last week has been really rough for me, but I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. A box got dropped off from UPS, which usually brings Amazon stuff that I order, and Walmart stuff comes by FedEx. So either way, the box came and there was no note in it. There was just an item. So my husband asked me if it was something I ordered, and I said no, but one of my subscribers must have sent it to me. So long story short, over the past week, there's been a lot happen. I have not had the best week pain-wise and have been pretty miserable. Getting up 2 o'clock in the morning because you just can't lay there and that sort of stuff. So anyway, I was tired. I was sitting on the couch and I set this item down, which I will show you in a minute. And when I opened my iPad, I don't know, an hour or so later, there was an email from one of my subscribers and also a friend saying that they had sent this. Now, I have a lot of zipper pulls. I have a lot of things that need sorting, okay? So get this, okay? The top comes off it like that. And each section comes apart so that you can store stuff. Is that not cool? The one thing I did learn when I went to bring it upstairs, I don't know where it was purchased from. I really couldn't tell you. I can show you the front of what it looks like. But the one thing I learned, of course, I wouldn't be carrying it around by the handle because that's not just something I would do. But I did find that when I held it by the handle, it can come apart if I don't have it snapped correctly, if I'm not watching what I'm doing. But this can sit either over on my shelf there or over, I have another table over there that's behind my ironing board. And I think that's probably more where I'm going to set it because that's where I have my zipper by the yard. I have it on a roll. My husband made me this little thing and I have like 6 different zipper by the yard colors and different sizes. So I think I'm going to put it over there. So I would like to say thank you to Richard because I think that was just really thoughtful of him to send. So thank you very much. And if anyone asks, I'm going to have to email him and find out where he got it from or get a link if someone asks. But That's pretty handy dandy. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. All right. So did I get more happy mail? I did. Can I show you? No. Because I'm going to tease you a little bit here. Sorry, I can't lift things very well today. I got a package from Kimberly at My Fabric Addiction 1 over on Etsy. And she sent me some adorable things, but the reason I can't show you is because I'm going to be making tutorials with these things. And so it's one of those things that you're going to have to wait. But I will, there are things in here I will show you. I just can't show you everything, okay? So I got a little Post-it note. This is magnetic. Isn't that cute? It's like a Moda Fabrics. But look at those little rotary cutters. And then on the page, I haven't used any of these yet. On the page is a little rotary cutter. And I apologize for my poor video quality, but it's because my webcam kind of just doesn't work anymore. And I am using the camera on my laptop. I have a nice laptop, but cameras on laptops are notorious for being just kind of not so good. All right, and there was a scrappy strip pack in there. There was a lot more, but I can't show you that. Like I said, those are the only two things I can show you. But she sent me a very nice box, and I hope you guys are going to like it. I have at least 2 tutorials that are coming out of that box. So, yeah. And I have been practicing on a different video editor because that is a problem for me. That's why there hasn't been any tutorials. All right, let me catch up. Let's see. Nancy says, my friend who just retired from being a machine tech came over this morning to service my machine. Such a good feeling. Amazing how dirty the insides of our machine gets. Well, that's some nice service. That's an awesome friend you have there, Nancy. Giovanna, hello to you. She says, good evening, everyone. Well, good evening to you. Celeste says, oh, wow, that's cool. Giovanna says, cool. Terry says, that was very nice, Richard. Yes, it was. Giovanna's reminding everyone to thumbs up. Richard said, nice size box. I got some from Temu and they look smaller. You are welcome. I got that one on Amazon. Okay, Richard, if you wouldn't mind emailing me that link, I would add it to the description box, and then if someone would like to go and purchase one, they'll know where to find them. Thank you very much for that. Terry says, I love those containers with the handle on the top. Yes, they're handy. Doris, I love those boxes. My son has gotten me a big stack of them. I have it sitting by my embroidery machine. It holds different bobbins, ribbons, and other small stuff. And Terry says, oh my, that is so awesome, Marie. Adora says, yay, a tutorial on the way. Let's see, Danielle, hello to Southern Maine. Very cute, she says. Richard said that's a very cute Post-it note. It is, I agree. Peggy Lee, hello to you too. Terry says, it's fine, Marie, can see you fine. Okay, that's good to know. Her and Giovanna both say that. When I see what's on the screen, it's just slightly fuzzy. Danielle says, sitting in the waiting room at the doctor's office with the sound off, but trying to follow along with the comments. Well, you could always put the closed captioning on up at the top. On the right side, just hit closed captioning. That might work. Well, hello. Claudette says, hello, everyone. Is this your first time in the live chat, Claudette? Okay. So I wanted to take care of a few things I wanted to discuss. Number one, thank you guys. All the comments. You guys are just amazing. Number one, I asked for the creative word of the day last week was sewing machine, and I asked you guys to tell me, about your sewing machine. What was your first one, or what was your favorite one? that was so interesting. So if you guys have not gone through last week's live stream, I'm going to write a note. I will link it in the description box. Go ahead and go down below the video and click where the comments are. Some very interesting reading down there. So what I did, as you know, I always read the comments. I always read comments. Some of them I wasn't familiar with the machine, so I had my phone on reading comments, and I had my iPad next to it looking up, Singer 3, whatever it was, model number. So that was really interesting, and I think many of you might get a kick out of, oh, I remember that machine, or oh, my aunt had one of those. So if you haven't checked it out, you might want to, because it's some good reading. So thank you to each and every one of you for that. Also, I had comments, I had emails about my dry skin issues I was showing, and I said, this is the latest thing I've tried, and I've always got a million lotions going everywhere. They're all throughout the house. And as I said last week, if there is something on the market, I have tried it. I literally have tried it. I've tried Utter Butter, Bag Balm. I have tried coconut oil with gloves. I even bought these cotton gloves. They're made of like a thick t-shirt fabric. I've tried socks on my hands. I've tried medical gloves. I've tried, let me see, Vaseline. I can't even tell you. I've tried everything. But this is just to say, I don't want to repeat myself from last week too much, but I appreciate all your comments and suggestions. I didn't hear of anything that I haven't tried, but that being said, I think it's mostly medication, because my skin is dry anyway, and then my medications two of them say that they can make your skin dry. So I'm going to bet that that's it. But I had that great big crevice open up again this week, so that was kind of distressing. So I've been kind of right at it, trying to keep that moisturized, and Okay, let's see. Claudette says she's been in the chat before. Well, I'm glad. Okay, sometimes the names come up and I can't remember. Hi, Vivian. She says, hi, made it for a few minutes. Well, we're glad you did. And there's our sweet Glenda. She says, hello, everyone. I'm back. Slow internet in this camper. That's okay. We're glad you're back. Okay. But thank you to each and every one of you for the suggestions for my dry skin. And I know it's because you're looking out for me. And I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Terry says, Marie, do you have a dishwasher? If so, use it more. I've never had a dishwasher, but I buy the O-Cedar gloves that come up to here. I don't put my hands in water of any type other than well, let me just say this. When I'm cleaning anything, the gloves are on, either those ones or the medical exam gloves. I have boxes in the kitchen and in the bathroom because I won't touch anything. And I also water my soap down to almost nothing, liquid soap. Let me see, what word am I looking for? The foaming soap. I make my own foaming soap out of so very little soap so that it doesn't irritate. But thank you for that. She says dishwashing is a big irritant, according to my daughter, who suffers from the same thing. And I agree. Before I wore gloves, my hands just bled. Hi, Tina. Tina says hello. Well, hello to you. We're glad you're here. Okay, and then we had some mix-ups because I have started pinning my comment below the video. So I'm going to say that I've had 4 people who thought that they had won something, because when you type a comment, okay, let me back up. When I have pinned a comment below the video, it stays on top, except for, let's pretend that Glenda came in and she types, oh, what a fun What's Up Wednesday, see you next week. At first, it's going to show her comment here and my pinned comment below it. So it's going to say, contact me, and it's going to have my email address. That's just me copying and pasting the description box, because some people have a hard time finding the description box. So I just type the same thing into a pinned comment. So if you get confused about that, I want you to remember this. If you win something, here again, I'm going to pick on Glenda. Let's say she won the fabric for the week. I would say, "Hi, Glenda, congratulations. You won Postcard, or you won fabric, or you won whatever." I will use your name. I will say congratulations and all this. And I know it's confusing, and it happened to more than one, so that's why I wanted to take a minute and address it. Also, if your name has been drawn and you don't receive your prize within 2 weeks, please email me. We're all human. Errors happen. Mail delays happen. But I can't fix what I don't know. So I appreciate it when you let me know. You know, it's not going to hurt my feelings a bit for, let's say Terry won and she says, "Marie, it's been 3 weeks. I didn't get my postcard." I need to know that, you know. So I appreciate that. Hi, Aisha. Aisha has a channel. So if Terry's already got it in there. Anyone wants to check her out. Okay. The other thing is, as I said, we kind of just sat around all week. My husband kind of commiserates with me. I haven't felt well since Thursday of last week. And by not feeling well, I just mean that my neck pain was bad. I didn't really do anything all week. And our oldest daughter, who lives in New Hampshire, messaged me Thursday afternoon saying, "How are you feeling?" And I said, "Not really well. I've been on the couch." And then Friday morning, she messages, "Do you feel any better?" And I said, "Well, yeah, a little bit in increments, but I'm still on the couch," and this and that. Well, then a few hours later, the phone rings, and I said, "Hello," and it was her. And she said, is the door unlocked?" She was at our door. She had driven 6 straight hours to come visit us. And she stayed through Monday afternoon. So it was wonderful to see her, because normally we just get like a day for Thanksgiving, or she's up for a very quick Saturday morning through Sunday afternoon kind of thing. But because she's getting ready to start a new job, she had some time off and came up to spend time with us. So that was very nice. I wish I'd have felt 100%, but either way, I will not complain. It was good to see her. But during that time, there were comments that came in. And there are times where I will not respond to comments. Either I'm not up for it because I don't feel well, or I have family things. So I am not always on, and I really don't mean this to sound like a lecture. This is just a fact of life. So if you comment and you're expecting an answer, you may not get it right away, but I will get to you just as soon as I can. That's what I try to do. Okay, well, hello. Guess who? It is Nancy. I actually emailed Nancy the other day and I said, "I know you want a postcard and I want you to know I didn't forget about you, but I've got company. I've got to get all my tax stuff done. I don't have it done. I don't have all the stuff of," anyway. So I'm going to be working on that after this live stream and tomorrow to get it to our tax guy. But anyway, Nancy was so sweet about it, because I told her, I said, "I will get it out to you this week. I apologize. It's just one of those things." And, you know, sometimes it's hard to just muddle through and deal with everything. So Nancy says, "What a sweet daughter." Giovanna, she is so sweet. Fern King, hello to you too. Terry says, "Oh, how sweet. My daughter once surprised me and came up from Texas. She let herself in and I cried like a baby seeing her." It's wonderful, isn't it? It really, truly is. Doris says, "How sweet of her." Yes. And then we got together with more family members on Sunday and had a house full and did like KFC and stuff, so I didn't have to cook. So it was great all together and much needed you know, because we don't see a lot of people. It's just us most of the time. Okay, so we have some winning to do. We have some prizes to give away. Well, hello, Kathleen Kendall in Unity, Maine. I was in Unity, Maine before. I visited someone who was there. I don't remember their name. They were a friend of a friend. They lived on a farm. It was gorgeous there. I just love it when someone says, oh, I'm from Maine, because there's just doesn't seem to be too many of us, you know. Trey Joyner, well, hello to you too. I'm so glad to see everyone here. Okay, so I'm going to go over the rules really quickly for my prizes, and there are 3 different things that you can be involved in a chance to win. So the first rule is you can't have won anything else in the last 60 days, okay? If I choose your name on, like when I use my iPad to draw names, if your name comes up and I know you've won in 60 days, I'm going to refresh the page. Okay, now every week I give away a postcard, and how I do that is any comment at all in the comments section below the video, not here in the live chat, but any comment there can win a postcard. You can live anywhere in the world and win a postcard, okay? It's open to anyone. No special words are needed, you just leave a comment. Now, if you want to have a chance at winning the fabric from My Fabric Addiction 1 over on Etsy, you have to use the word fabric in your comment, and you have to be in the US because of postal costs, she's not willing, and I understand that, to ship those boxes outside the US. Okay? So you can use the word fabric in the description box after this video, in the comments section after this video, if you're in the US and you haven't won in the last 60 days. Then, just to confuse you more, there is the creative word of the day. Each Wednesday, I give you guys a word to leave in the comment section, or to use in the comment section. Now, what I do is I go through, which I did this morning, and I choose, well, I don't choose it. The iPad chooses one person from each of the 4 What's Up Wednesdays from the previous month, and I write them down, and from those 4 I do a live draw right here, and that's what's going to be coming up first. So to win the creative word of the day, you just have to use whatever word I give. Each week it changes, and it's open to anyone worldwide. But if you live outside the US, your prize is probably going to be different than what I would send to someone in the US, and there again, it is because of postal costs. Okay, let me check here, catch up on this. Guess who? Nancy says, family time is the best medicine for us. It certainly is. It truly is. Trey Joyner says, I'm currently from Augusta, Georgia, USA. Well, I'm so happy you're here. I'm actually from Augusta, Maine, originally, way back when. Lorraine says, Mainer here. Well, hello, fellow Mainer. I'm glad when people tell me where they're from. It's always interesting. Quilt Queen 22. Hello, friends from West Virginia. Oh, that's a beautiful part of the country from what I hear. Hello to you. Is this your first time here? Because you get the little happy dance. We're all so happy that you and all of our new people are here. Thank you for coming into the live chat. Doris says, our granddaughter, who lives an hour away from us, announced her visiting us this coming weekend. Well, that's exciting. You must be feeling better, Doris. I mean, I'm not saying you're completely mended, but you're probably up for a visit. All right. Fern King says, are you feeling better? If you're asking me, I am, but I get twinges, and as soon as the live stream's done, I'm going back to the heating pad. It's better than it was, believe me, or I wouldn't be on. My pain gets bad, and when it's bad, I don't talk, I don't do anything. But see, We had to go out today, and the motion of the bus, the vibrations make everything worse for me because I have a kind of nerve type pain, and vibrations and sounds can really irritate me. Okay, so the final thing I want to say about the prizes, goodness, my throat's dry, is if you win, you have 1 week. You have until the following Wednesday to get a hold of me. Now what I do, okay, hi Denelma, I'm going to pretend that Giovanna won, okay? So I'm going to pick on her now. Let's say that I draw her name today. As soon as the live stream's over, I'm going to go to her winning comment and I'm going to say, hi Giovanna, congratulations, you won the postcard. Can you please email me and send me your mailing information? That way, she knows she won, and then all I need to do is wait for her to give me her address. But people aren't checking their notifications. We have had 4 people, maybe 5 now, miss out between the fabric and the postcards. Actually, we had one monthly winner for the creative word of the day, 2 fabric winners, and 3 postcards. So we've had 5. So it's very important that you check your notifications. You go to YouTube, there's a bell at the top. It looks like a bell, and if it's lit up, click it, and it will say, Marie replied to your comment. If I replied to your comment, I either have something to say about your comment or I'm letting you know you won. Okay? So it's very important to do that. Giovanna says, pick on me as much as you want. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I pick on people. It's what I do. Okay, so first things first. I went through with my handy dandy iPad. I went to each of the live streams from the month of February. Oops, I lost a piece of paper here. There it is. So, if everybody has their listening ears on, okay, on the 10th, we combined a What's Up Wednesday and the 2-year woohoo celebration. And the name that the iPad chose, now the next 4 names haven't won anything yet. We have to do a grand prize. They're in the running, okay? So the first person going in the hat is Jean Hoffman. So I'm going to fold her name up, and we're going to use Lisa Marie's bag into the bag. From February 14th, it chose Bev Cote. And if you're wondering what the person whose name is drawn will win, sometimes I make something, sometimes I send fabric, sometimes I send a little bit of this and that. You never know what they're going to win. And these are just for leaving a comment, nothing special. From February 21st, What's Up Wednesday, it's April Back. Now, she was here earlier. I don't know if she's still here. Okay, we'll fold her up and put her in there. And the last one, I love this username. On the 28th, oh look, shiny thing. So I'm going to fold that, and usually somebody does a drum roll. Terry says, I'm glad it was you today, Giovanna, and not me. The picking. Ouch. Yeah, just like a pin cushion, isn't it now, Terry? All right. Doris says, I can get around with a walker, so doing better than I was for sure. Actually got in and out of the tub for my shower on my own. Hey, that's an achievement. My husband on standby just in case. Yeah, but that's awesome. That is really awesome. Okay. Oh, Ruth has her listening ears on. She's got some emojis of an ear, and she says, I'm listening. Okay, is everybody ready? Oh, Honor's got the drum roll. Terry, Giovanna, and Nancy, drum roll. Okay, I don't know who I'm picking. I'm just picking one. Bev Cote, congratulations. It was the Valentine's Day What's Up Wednesday. So you won for the month our March winner, creative word of day, is Bev Cote. So congratulations. Now I'm going to go back to the video on the 14th after this live stream, and I'm going to let you know my email address and how to contact me. So congratulations on that. All right, so next we will do, oh, April's here. Your name was in the running. You didn't get it. I knew you were here. I'm sorry. I had 4 names and we just chose Bev Cote. All right. So, congratulations to Bev Cote. Now I'm going to grab my iPad and turn my brightness up. We are going to choose for the comment of the week. Now, the comment of the week winner wins a postcard. You can live anywhere in the world and win the postcard. No special word. All right. Refresh. Are we ready? Whoops. Joann, I can't do it. It's glaring here. I apologize, guys. Joann March. I know it's glaring. You'll have to trust me. She wrote, my first sewing machine was a Kenmore in 1970. I so enjoy your videos. I find your voice comforting. I loved the pink fabric you got. Well, thank you very much, Joann. I'm going to write her name down, Postcard. So I will go to this comment after the live stream and I will let you know how to get a hold of me so I can send you your postcard. Let's see, everyone is giving everyone congratulations. Mona, you're never too late. We're just glad you're here. I drew 2 of the names, but it's not from the live chat, so you didn't miss out on anything. I thought you weren't a morning person, so I thought you'd be here for 2. No, I'm teasing you. All right, so now we need to choose for the winner of the fabric. And again, it is kindly donated each and every week to one winner in the U.S. from Kimberly over at My Fabric Addiction 1 over on Etsy. Her link is in the description box. If you've never seen her scrappy strip packs or her fabrics, you're going to want to check it out. The shipping is fast. She's amazing. We all love her here. And if you do go over, just tell her you heard about it here or, something like that. It's always good to know. All right, so congratulations to Joann and congratulations to Bev. All right, I'm going to close that. Now, the next one had to use the word fabric, and it had to be from last week's video. I'm going to turn the brightness down here. See, I'm not tricky. If you guys go over and check out Mona's channel, she got all this stuff going on. She needs to give me some technical lessons is what she needs to do. It's what? Hey, I should trade her some fabric for some lessons. You think that would work? Anyway, the winner of the fabric, congratulations to AWills7762. I think this is Amanda Wilson, if you ask me, but I can't be sure because YouTube changes people's usernames sometimes to a series of letters and numbers. But I remember her little icon. So congratulations, AWills7762. She wrote, my first sewing machine was a Kenmore from Sears. I used it for a while until I got a second-hand brother that did more. I then bought a Janome. It is Janome, right? Or Janome? I always say Janome. My first computerized model. I had that for about 10 years and it started having computer problems and no one around here fixes them. So then I bought my brother Dreamweaver sewing machine. I love it. Almost any fabric goes through it with ease. I just used cork fabric to make a bag yesterday and it sewed it beautifully. I've not used cork fabric before, so I was pleasantly surprised. And I know I don't always read the full comment on the fabric winner, but congratulations. And again, like I said, I believe that is Amanda Wilson, but I will go afterwards and find out. 776222. All right, we're done with the iPad. Let's see. I gotta go back and see what's happening. People are saying about their first machine. Mona says, had I known, I would have been here. That's okay. I haven't been making your videos either. I've been so late. I've been late to everything. Carrie says, Mona did what? Something doesn't work on new computer. And guess who? Nancy said, Kimberly, thank you. You are awesome. Yes, and Terry dropped more channels. And like I said, everyone, there's a lot to check out, you know. Marielle says, I love to see and touch fabric. How about you? Isn't that everyone's dream job? Like, we could do that all day. Mona says, I just fake it. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. I'd be glad to help. Well, I would appreciate that. I don't know what I'm doing, and it looks so unprofessional to try to hold up an iPad to see who won. I can't let it do its drawing across the screen. I don't know what I'm doing. Holly, hello Holly. Is this your first time in the live? I'm glad you're here. She says, love your videos. Well, thank you. I'm glad you do. And everyone is giving congratulations. Terry says she enjoys hearing the comments read. Well, I'm glad. I do. I like to read what people wrote because people took the time to write to me. So I really think that, you know, deserves it. Like I said, if you guys ever have a spare few minutes, like, they're always good comments. But last week, the sewing machine thing, because all of us love sewing machines, a lot of interesting stuff was written under last week's live stream. Richard says, congratulations to all the winners, and Celeste does the same. People saying hi. Mona, yes, we could meet in a Zoom. We could absolutely do that. So just to let you guys know, I'm not telling tales out of school, and I hope Mona doesn't mind, but her and I are chatting about a kind of a collaboration video again. We've done it before. We can do it again. Holly says, yes, finally made it to your live. You get the little happy dance. I'm glad you're here, and so is everyone else. We just love to have new people join us. So, I want to give the creative word of the day for today, and that just means you use it in the comments section below the video, not here in the live chat where everyone's typing now, because the computer can't pick it up there. But we're just going to use the word March. Maybe you want to tell me what you have planned for March, or maybe you want to tell me what your weather's like in March, or maybe you want to march to the beat of your own drummer. I know, corny, right? Just use the word March. If you are in the US and you want a chance to win the fabric and you haven't won anything from my channel in the last 60 days, you can use the word fabric and March. And then if you just want to be in the running for the the comment of the week, you just leave any comment, no special words needed, and you can live anywhere in the world. Mona says, I always miss comments. I replay so I can read all the comments. Oh, I love the live stream too. It's hard. But see, on my What's Up Wednesdays, I'm doing more where I'm right here at the screen. I'm not really sewing, and you usually sew, so I can see how you would miss a lot, you know. Hello, Brenda Foley. Glad you're here. Thank you so much for dropping in. It's always good to see you. Giovanna says, I bought fabric yesterday. I spent €10 for 5 different pieces, of which 2 were 5 meters each. Well, I don't know euros, but that sounds like a really good deal. Claudette says, congratulations to all the winners. Quilt Queen, my dream job would be owning a quilt shop so I could fondle all the new fabric, especially batiks. You know what, you guys? There is something else in Kimberly's box, and I forgot about it until the word batiks just came out. I can show you this because this isn't going to be in a tutorial. Now, I don't know if she has this for sale or not. If she does, I will link it afterwards. This is called Moda Chroma Batiks. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see the shades of color in this, but they're so vibrant and so gorgeous. Oh my land. But I don't know whether this was a one-off that she just had at the shop and sent to me, but if she's watching, thank you either way around it. I love it. And if anyone is new getting here, I also got a little post-it note, a little Moda post-it note with rotary cutters, and each page of it has a little rotary cutter. So between Lisa Peg and Kimberly, they keep me in post-it notes, and I've always got post-it notes going. Always. I always say I live and die by lists, or I just couldn't function. Hi, Dawn. So good to see you. Mona says, Quilt Queen, I would go bankrupt owning a quilt store. I would want it all. I mean, who wouldn't? I gotta scroll back up. Peggy Cox says, I had a problem with my brother's CS6000i. The reverse button stuck and it wouldn't work, so I cleaned the lint out, shook it a few times, and it worked again. Well, there you go. That's the magic thing, Peggy. Terry says, I love when you gals get together. Well, we'll figure something out. Her and I have been chatting here and there, but like I said, I just haven't felt well, so I just, but Mona knows she'll hear from me when she hears from me, and, life goes on. But we are going to do that because we know that we have a lot of the same subscribers, so, And if there's someone here who doesn't know Mona's channel, it's called Mona Did What? And I believe the link is already here in the live chat, but I'm sure that my mods will drop it again before the end. Dawn says, let's march along with fabric. That is sweet, but if you're in for the word march, you have to type it in the comments after the video's over. You have to go and type a comment because the machine can't pick it up out of the live chat. I apologize. And Brenda says, thanks, happy to be here. Fern says, that's great, Peggy. Glad your machine is working. That is good. And yes, I get what Dawn meant. Terry says that, march along to the fabric. Well, Dawn said march along with fabric. Yes, better than what I came up with. Maybe I'll get Dawn to write my material. Then I'd have to stick to a script. Nancy says, Peggy, I have the same machine you have. I actually have that, and I've spoken of it before, so I won't beat a dead horse, but I think I had a dud because right out of the box, that machine just wouldn't sew right for me. I couldn't make a tote bag because it wouldn't sew through 4 cotton layers at a seam. The needle would go down and it would go, and it wouldn't go. Walking foot, no walking foot, didn't matter the needle, didn't matter anything. I had so many issues with that machine, and I know so many people who love it, but I think I got a dud. That's all I'm saying. Giovanna says €1 is like $1.25. Oh, good to know. Thank you. Okay, cute notepad. Love that, says Honor. Okay, let me see. I made it, says Mary. I hope you're not at work still. We don't want to get you fired. Tina says, cute notepad. It is. Mary L. Oh, I'm a list maker too. It feels good to see what I got done that day. I do that too. I do it for everything, whether it's things I need to do, like let's say right now, oh, I need to get this, and this together for my taxes. Or like this afternoon, I'll think of something that I want to tell you guys next week on What's Up Wednesday. So it goes into, I have a notebook especially for the channel that I write that down with. And then I have lists for the groceries, because if I think of something we need and I don't write it down immediately, it's gone. And also my to-do list for housework. So some days I write that list and I don't accomplish anything on it. And I also have sewing lists. I also have a list that says I should clean my sewing room, but that hasn't happened yet, and I'm not lying. It just hasn't happened. Mona's thanking me for something, whatever it is, you're welcome. Okay, and Terry did drop Mona's link. Terry says, oh no, a dud of a machine for sure. Yes, absolutely. And she says, well, that's like our Dollar Tree is not $1.25. I know. Everything there, or just about everything, is now $1.25. And they used to have the 50-cent greeting cards, like St. Patrick's Day or birthday or whatever. And they had a dollar version too, but now they've done away with the 50-cent version of cards. Peggy says, Nancy, love mine with the little table extension that came with it. That happens to mine, Marie, too, when fabric layers are too thick. I use a 14 needle in it. Yeah, I've tried 14, 16s. It's, the thing is 4 layers of cotton. Okay, by 4 layers, I mean, like when I make a tote bag, I've got 2 layers of cotton on the outside, or 2 fabrics at the outside meeting, so they're a little bit overlapped. The seams are overlapping, and then I have the inner one. When I would go to sew through 4 layers of cotton, no, it actually would only be 2 layers, except for in the middle of the seam, the hump would be 4. It wouldn't go. It just would not go. It didn't like any kind of thickness at all. So I couldn't sew normal things that should be able to be sewn on even like a $60 Walmart special. I had another sewing machine at the time that was El Cheapo that would outsew the CS6000i, and I had been so excited for that machine because I had heard nothing but good, and I still hear nothing but good about it. But I think because mine was shipped, I think that something happened to it and it got banged around, because if you think about it, when you have things shipped, they're, you know, putting boxes on trucks and they're throwing them to the next person to catch. These things are computerized. So a little bit of jostling could make something not work. And that's been my thought on that, you know. I don't know, because I have really... I wish, I don't even know why I still have it down cellar, but it's in the box. It probably doesn't even have 15 hours of sewing on it because I just could barely use it. All right, but I'm so glad that you guys have it and it's working, because I know, like I said, I know enough people who have it, who love it, and it works. It just, something was wrong with mine, or is wrong with mine. I guess probably the reason I keep it is maybe the grandkids can sew something, you know, that's not that thick or whatever. But I tend to make things, and if I can't, I couldn't quilt pot holders. 2 layers of cotton batting and a layer of the stuff, it wouldn't go through it. It would sew a couple stitches, and then it would do this thing where it would go and act like it just couldn't make a stitch, and it was really odd. Mona says maybe that's what happened to me. I stopped writing lists. Well, we can call it that. Terry says, my to-do list for housework is dust my machine and get sewing. And I know I mentioned it earlier, you guys, but it's so interesting. If you haven't checked out Terry's channel, it's called Sew Terry. She has some old machines, and right now she's working on, she was using what she had on the last one I watched. Well, the next to the last one I watched. She was using the paint she had on hand, the foiling she had on hand, and just experimenting. That was so fun for me to watch. It just was. I love that stuff. So check her out. Giovanna says, I mentally list when I go out of the house to work, so I seemingly go from one job to another. Terry says, yes, they had 2 for $1. Yeah, they did, because we normally would get some for, you know, holidays or whatever, but now they're $1 at the dollar store. But the other products are $1.25, so I guess I should be glad that the cards are still $1. Gundi says, Giovanna, I wish the euro dollar or American dollar would be this high. The last time I transferred from Germany to the USA, The euro was around $1.08. Mona says, oh no, looks like no more cards, family. Sorry, LOL. I know, that's where I'm at. Really? I'm missing out a lot because I'm not getting so... I am not catching up. Let me see. Trey says they'll be right back. Ruth says, I used to use Post-it notes, but I was always misplacing. That sounds like me. So I use mini spiral notepads. It all stays together now. Well, I found since I've been doing YouTube that Post-it notes come in handy. Sometimes I stick a little Post-it note here on, like as if you guys could see, right down here on my laptop, because maybe I want to remember to tell you guys something. Or I stick it to my paper where I have everything I want to talk about because I've forgotten something. Terry says, it is sometimes the motor. The motor doesn't have the power for what you're doing, but it should show what you were doing. Oh yeah, it definitely should. And that's the thing. Every single time I tell someone who owns a CS6000i what it doesn't do, they always have helpful hints. And that's not, that's not here nor there because they know the machine. And like I said, I really researched this before I bought it. And I was so excited to get that machine because I knew people who had it and loved that thing. Plus, I saw YouTubers using it, so I know what it can sew. I was just sewing normal everyday items, basically, and it wouldn't go through it. Yeah. But the older machines, will. Giovanna, yes, case in point. My 35-year-old Bernina sews through anything. And it's true, but so does that CS6000i for other people. Like I said, I think I got a dud. I think something happened on its way here. So I'm not blaming the machine. It is a beautiful working machine. Working being the operative, no pun intended, word. Mary L., yes, it was a dud. Sometimes that happened, and yes, it probably got bounced. That's what I'm thinking too. Terry says, I had my Kenmore for 30 years before I knew I had to oil it. It never stopped sewing. I can't say I've ever done that. I actually need to oil my brother. I'm excited because something for my brother should be coming in soon, and I'm excited. Nancy says, mine sews well. The only thing, I can't free motion quilting good. Well, see, I didn't know if it was me or that machine. I couldn't get a good thing going on the Brother CS6000i. I was getting those little lines underneath. I didn't know if it was because it was a dud or it was I'm the dud. I don't know. Probably me. Mona says, I would have taken it back. Well, it was mail ordered and it wasn't that kind of thing. It was purchased for me by someone in the family, and things went south after that, and so I couldn't say I need to send this. I was stuck with it. That's all I'll say. I was stuck with it. It was a done deal. So I wish I could have. Trey is back. Peggy says, my machine also came with a sewing desk, which is still boxed up. Oh, no room to set it up. Let's see. I'm trying not to skip everything. Terry says, thank you, Marie. That makes me so happy that you like the video. Oh, I love the videos, Terry. Seriously, I love it. I love what you're doing. She says, I love doing it. I didn't think I would share, but I'm glad I am. Well, I'm glad you have too, and I did watch your last video. I just haven't commented yet because I had company, so I was just kind of watching while I was making supper the other day. Hi, Deb. Deb S., the Pug Mama Quilter. I have to say, the other day it came up, where was I? Anyway, on one of my cloud things, it says your memories from 5 years ago, and it popped up with our little pug, Eddie, walking through, and our granddaughter had a balloon, and she was singing and dancing, and he was meandering his way around, It just came up the other day. Giovanna says she also likes Terry's videos. And Deb S. loves watching Terry's videos. Fern has a treadle sewing machine. I do too. Love to play on it. Those ladies stayed in shape. I get tired after a few minutes on it. Yeah, but boys, oh boys, that was the way to go. If Terry would come visit me, she could get mine running. I know she could. I have faith in her. Terry says, my sister had that machine and it never worked well. Oh, see? I don't know. So maybe there was more than one dud. Terry says, I think Sean, the guy who sews, has that brother CS6009. I think you're right. And I know Robin from RS Island Crafts had bought one about 3 years ago and she loved it. She was sewing through thicker stuff than what I couldn't get through. You know, so I that's when I knew. When I saw her video of what she was sewing through without any issue whatsoever, I knew that mine was just a dud. Vivian, I have a treadle machine also. I practice once in a while, have to get better before I actually try to make something with it. That's true though, practice makes perfect. Mona has a brother project Runway, it worked awesome. Dawn says, where do any of you suggest scraps of, where do you get any suggestions, scraps of jelly rolls? I'm not quite sure what you meant. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry, Dawn. I don't know whether you're looking for something that to make with your scraps of jelly rolls or where to get said scraps of jelly rolls. I apologize. Nancy says, but not so many stitches. I just use them or straight line stitching. Yeah, I get these scrappy strip packs from My Fabric Addiction 1 over on Etsy. She also has jelly rolls, but the scrappy strip packs are anywhere from 2 to 4 inches wide. They're scraps. That she sells them in a 2-pound thing. I just had them here. I'll show you. So you get all these pieces, lots of different fabrics, okay? So you get 2 of these come in a package, and that's how she sells them. The link is already in the description box, but after we're done, I will edit it to add these scrappy strip packs. Let me write it down. Scrappy packs. So I'll add those. That's how I found Kimberly's shop. She sells these by the pound. I believe now they're $12 or $13. They used to be $10, but of course the price of everything has gone up. She ships very fast and the color selection is amazing. I have used these for everything and I'm going to be using these to make some curtains. All right, let's see. Dawn says, one of my screws is stuck in the throat plate and I can't get it loose. Any suggestions? Yikes. So it's kind of like going sideways, I take it. Wow. I would say probably some, like, can you take Vaseline on a Q-tip and kind of roll it around there, or maybe a little bit of machine oil, just a dab, and try to work it little by little possibly. Terry says, thanks so much everyone. Then I am happy I decided to share my lab experiment. Well, I'm glad because I think it's so interesting to watch you try all those things. You're so brave. You just do it, you know. I just love it. I truly love it. All right. She's taking one apart right now and it's a beast. No video. No video? Oh no. Let's see. Dawn says, yes, that's what I mentioned. Thanks. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. I'm sorry. Giovanna says, Dawn, there's a spray that helps lubricate screws. I don't know that name for the USA. Oh, Trey says, here come the thunderstorms. I bet you guys get some doozies down there in Georgia. You stay safe. Peggy says, so yeah, brothers came up with the 6.5-inch fabric strips they call the Las Vegas strips, LOL. Mona asks, am I going to go live now at 2 all the time? No, every other week. So next week it will be 10 a.m. The following week it will be 2 p.m. So it's 10 and 2. And I did that because there are so many people who want to be in the live, but because of the time zones they couldn't. So I figured this way everyone gets a little bit of both. So I'm hoping it won't be very confusing, and will just take a month or so to get used to. Gundi is working on curtains right now, totally scrappy. Well, good for you. I keep saying I want to do it, but I haven't found the time, and now I need to get caught up on tutorials and the tax thing and cleaning my sewing room, and I haven't felt well. So, you know, you bundle all that together, and yeah, I want to do curtains, but I don't know when it's going to happen. But I would love to hear more about yours too, Gundi, when you get them done. Fern says, I have a screw extractor kit. It works great. I didn't even hear about that. Never heard of it. Mona says WD-40 or Pam olive oil. Quilt Queen 22 says WD-40 spray should help get your screw out. Okay, well, everyone, it is after 3. It is 10 minutes after 3, and that's about all the talking I can do. Oh, Fern says she's working on a Quillo. Terry just dropped Adam's channel. If you have not seen Adam Sews, prepare to be impressed. And Giovanna says, yes, that's the spray I was talking about. Well, I hope that comes out for you. My goodness, that would be right in the way. You can't really work around it, so to speak, until you get that screw out. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you so much. Oh, Misty Proctor says, thanks. Is this your first time in the chat, Misty? Peggy, I use a penny for loosening up screws. I have a screwdriver. Well, I can't. It's not there. Now I remember where it is. I have a little short screwdriver that works perfectly for those screws. Actually, maybe it is over here. I was thinking I took it downstairs, but I think I brought it back. Yes, I did. Now, I believe these came from Temu, but Richard gifted these to me. There was 2. Now this, I know you can't really see, but you can put your finger right here. So when I go to clean my machine, you know, clean my bobbin or whatever, I put this down in that screw and I can turn it and keep my finger right there because there's a little divot there. These are the best things ever for taking that part of your machine apart. But I have heard of using a penny, a dime. I've heard of all that. That stuff works perfectly. Terry says, put Kimberly's link up, please. And yes, it is in the description box, and I will put up the link to the Scrappy Strip Packs as soon as I am done here. I'm actually trying to grab it right now. Yeah, and they are $13. But you get, I can't remember the weight. I apologize. I didn't look. I just grabbed the link. There's the Scrappy Strip Packs. Okay, Misty, well, you get the little happy dance. I'm not sure if it's doing it for you guys, but my screen keeps blipping. I'm not really sure why. Vivian says, I enjoyed the chat today. Happy I was able to make it. I'm happy you were able to be here too. Oh, Peggy is letting everyone know that the So Yeah brothers are selling that screw set. That's awesome. Mona has the screwdrivers like I showed, bought them on Amazon. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. Oh, Ruth said she truly enjoyed today's live. Everyone keeping her company while she recoups. Eleanor says, thanks, Marie. Have a great sewing week, everyone. Glenda says, get better, Marie. Thank you. Sharon, gotta wait. Everyone, I see some people typing the words. You need to wait till this is over, and you don't type here. I know it's confusing. You don't type here. This will close out, and then this video will show up, and you type underneath it. It will say comments, because this is a live stream, and I want you guys to have the chance to win, okay? All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching and taking part. And even those of you who are just listening, I'm glad you're here, whether you chat or not. So until next time, remember, be kind out there. Yes, there is a replay. You can watch it whenever you want. As soon as I finish this, Misty, you can watch the replay. So thank you, everyone, and remember, be kind out there. The world needs more of that. And I'll see you next time right here at Marie's Scrappy Creations. Bye-bye.